welcome to the Tiverton Carnival 2010, and despite all the lack of publicity surrounding the event here this evening, the people of Tiverton and some balloons walking past now, there they go, have turned out to see this year's carnival in daylight, as it's in September. Probably in November we're going to have a load of people waiting here for the carnival again, but no, it's in September this year, so if you're thinking about coming in November, just don't. And for those who had made it down to the town for what has become one of the biggest events Tiverton loves to grumble about, there was plenty going on, and probably still plenty for those miserable ones out there to continue grumbling about. The Signpost Club, who were performing Jack and the Beanstalk in January, tried to compete with the Amateur Operatic Society's rendition of Oh What a Beautiful Morning to see who could be the loudest and possibly get more people to come and watch.
A song and a smile makes your life worthwhile, so sing as we go along. One
Moors FC took the town back to those great memories of the World Cup, if you're Spanish of course, but you had to pity those waving a French, Italian or English flag after what can only be described as a pitiful summer. However, they were raising money for the Adam Stansfield Fund, and I'm sure nobody would mind donating in the memory of the Exeter City hero. You're collecting money tonight for the Adam Stansfield Fund?
Yes, we are, yeah. We've had agreement from the carnival to be able to do that, and some of the proceeds are going to go to the Adam Stansfield Foundation.
So it's a night of remembering him as well?
It is indeed, yeah, because Moors is linked with the Elmore Football Club. Of course, Adam started there, so it's something we wanted to give back. Great, yeah.
As well as that, the judging took place, and it came down to me for some reason, and I still haven't worked out why, to hand over the much coveted Best in Show trophy to the Tiverton Garden Club. Well done. Who wants to present? There you go. How does it feel to have won?
Excellent! Yeah!
They've won. Look at that, they've won. This year's Carnival Queen, who seemed to have got a divorce as there was no king this year, was the Carnival organiser's daughter Shana Clarke. Yes, there is some vague family connection. And she was the only one put forward for the royal position this year. How is it to be the Queen tonight?
That's pretty good actually.
And what tips have you been given?
Like to smile, like wave, stuff like that. And yeah, like just be confident.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people to wave to tonight. Have you got the technique just right?
Yeah.
How much of an honour is it to actually be the Queen?
Quite a big honour actually, because not many kids get a chance like this. So yeah.
Brilliant. Dee-da, dee-da, dee-da. We had to make our own siren noises this year, as unlike in previous carnivals, there were no fire engines. No, yes, honestly, no fire engine. No, seriously, I'm not kidding you. There weren't any fire engines. No fire engine. But we did have a woman selling fibre optical lights, which really didn't make much of an impact until the sun had gone down, and by that point the carnival had finished then anyway. And despite no fire engines, and despite it being too light to see any fibre optics, we still had the Tiverton Town Band who led the way forward through Goad Street, 4th Street and Angel Hill.
It's 13 minutes.
Oh, right. And have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 28 years now. Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
And what do you think of the support tonight as well?
That seems to be okay, but we're at the front. We haven't seen what's behind us yet. So
good walking through tonight as well?
Oh yeah. It's much appreciated. I think hard work, well deserved.
And what song are you going to be playing for us now?
I'm going to play Tiger Rag for you now.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy the evening. And so, because the carnival had stopped for a while, I took the opportunity to ask His Worship the Mayor, who wasn't on a bus this year, how he was finding the evening.
Very good. Excellent. Good turnout. Good turnout. I feel very safe between my beadle and the cadet.
Yes, has he been keeping you safe, has he?
Very safe.
And what about Mrs. Mayor? Has you been keeping him safe?
No, I've got a cadet to keep me safe.
Oh, right, and you haven't had anyone's eye out with that, have you?
Not yet.
But anyone who disapproves of the carnival, they'll have that to deal with. Look at that. So, overall feelings right now?
Very good. Yeah, excellent. Good atmosphere.
And again,
Yeah.
what does this say about the people of Tiverton?
You can't put them down, can you? They keep coming back for us. They're brilliant. They support everything.
Then, when it did get moving, it was similar to one of the less memorable scenes from Saving Private Ryan, as several military vehicles passed through. So it's an energetic carnival?
Absolutely.
What was the decision taken to wear that hat this afternoon?
Very difficult decisions, but I managed it.
Decision? You were volunteer?
Oh yeah, I was volunteered.
Are they sending you off to Afghanistan after this?
No!
No chance. This is slightly like Dad's army.
Yeah, it is.
After they had been deployed, a load of donations came through. What's that say?
Oh my god. It became second place.
She doesn't seem very happy about their second place, but at least they were taking money for charity. Tiverton Blue Night tonight, how much do you think you've raised and collected?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot, yes. Then the fairies came through, and no, not the ones you see on a Saturday kicking around in Anfield, but the ones at the bottom of the garden who were still chuffed with their first place. So you've won.
We won.
You won. How does it feel to have won here tonight?
Excellent. Super.
Yes. Why do you think you won?
Because we're wonderful fairies.
Yes. Where do you get your inspiration from fairies to?
The garden, of course.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
We won.
All right, you won. I was there. I handed you the trophy. Jeez. Now, these youngsters are learning early on methods to protect themselves on a Saturday night in Tiverton if there's no street pastors around to protect them.
6 floor, 7 floor, 8 floor, chase!
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Yes, this was on in September, so if you missed it, you've well and truly missed out. But if you did miss it, let's listen to Malcolm singing.
Still working.
And here comes the slowest tractor that I think I have ever seen. And as you wait to see what the tractor is carrying, all you can think is that it better be good. I'm right in the middle of it here, look. Back up the beanstalk now as the signpost came along, and they found it fun, but boring, if that makes any sense.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's quite fun, but
Yes.
quite boring.
Yeah, beanstalk is boring.
Yeah, very.
Fergie, sign him up. Fergie, sign... Rooney's staying now. Oh, never mind. Anyhow, Castle School won the best school in the carnival this year, with a pirate theme, and they too had an evening of celebration.
Absolutely brilliant. We got it 2 years in a row. I do not know what we're going to build next year. We did win it last year. Oh, I don't know. A rocket or something amazing next year, I think.
Tiverton High School, meanwhile, are soon going to be doing West Side Story, so they had an American-themed entry based on the play.
How would you like to perform in this carnival tonight?
That's very exciting. It's always very exciting to be in Tiverton Carnival.
And how are you finding it tonight? How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's very good. It's nice the weather's kept dry for us. And lots of people have turned out to see it. It's
and
great.
what are you trying to promote here this evening?
West Side Story,
yes.
Our
when will that
production. December, 7th to the 10th of December.
And here comes an excited woman with a cowboy hat on. Oh, she suddenly cheered up when she saw me. Anyhow, if you ever needed evidence of teenage drinking, it's on the back of this float.
How's that feel?
Oh, amazing! Yeah, so we love it. Yeah, so proud. It's the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, are you going to give us a dance? There we go. Lovely.
And now here is a montage of all the majorettes in this year's carnival. If you like bubbles, then you should consider some matey bubble bath. Failing that, Tiverton Diving Club may be able to help you out.
So, how many bubbles have you blown tonight, you think?
Hundreds. You don't remember doing me, do you, Lewis? She used to work for me.
Did I? College?
No, doing the Star.
The Mid-Devon Star? Crikey, we can't go mentioning that. God, what is the world coming to? We'll move on quickly to this. Yes, it's a man dressed as a builder waving. Just what you've always wanted to see. And at the rear to pick up all the litter, the Tiverton Volunteer Litter Pickers.
How did you make that hat?
Oh, I didn't make it, but one of my colleagues did.
And if this rabble at the back of the carnival don't count as an entry, then that was that for another year. Now it's time for what we call in the media industry a vox pop, where I went and shoved my camera in people's faces and got their opinions.
What did you think of this year's carnival?
Very good. Yes, very good indeed.
Very interesting. The first time in my life. And so, yeah, but we enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yes. What did you think?
Nice.
It was very good. Excellent. What else would you want me to say?
It's very good for advertising, but not a lot of spectacle, I'm afraid. So I don't know why they bother.
Absolutely fantastic. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Really?
It was crap, to be honest. It was rubbish.
It was a bit poor, really. There wasn't like many floats and it was a bit quiet. And all the majorettes used the same songs. So. It was rubbish. It was a bit rubbish, yeah. It was. There wasn't much there. It was a bit kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and what did you think of it?
It wasn't good. I think it was really good.
Yeah.
And now for the last word, the Carnival Committee Chairman herself, Shana Clarke.
It was really good because there was a lot of local community entries rather than, it was nice to have the out of town ones. That is nice, but to have all local is really, really nice.
And what do you think the response has been from the people of the town itself?
I don't know because I haven't spoken to anybody, but I'm hoping it's a good response.
And where are you going to hope to build for next year?
Just stretch it a bit more so there's a few more community floats. So if anybody's not happy, then please feel free to come and do a float, put an entry in. That's all I can ask.
Lewis Clark for Lewes News in Tiverton.